Well, let's see what the damage starts looking like. Wrong one. Not quite good enough yet. This son of a bitch. Oh, really? You fucking cunt. Alright, let's... Oh, you dumb son of a bitch. No. Okay. That guy's dead. He's dead. Hello. Hello. For this man. Twin bloodstone. Yeah, that's good enough. How many of those do I have? I have 4. I need 1 more. Well, technically, I guess I need a total of 13 more. But, we can explore Cainhurst. Hey, what's going on, viewer? How's it going? Okay. Got plenty of blood vials, plenty of things. Let's try to get... I'm gonna try to get one more twin shard. That way I can upgrade the rider splash? Splash? The spear gun. The spear gun. We're gonna try to upgrade it one more time, see if it's any better than the saw cleaver, which I don't believe it will be, because I got the saw cleaver to +6. So I mean, it'll be what we're using until I get the Chicago, I think. I just want to be sure. Bloodstone shards. Hup. More bloodstone shards. How many bloodstone shards do we have? 33? That'll be enough to get the Chicago to +3 at least. God damn these stupid little hunchback pieces of shit. God, I hate these enemies. They're so annoying. Alright. Gotcha. Do a shard, please. Nope. Fuck it. The saw cleaver will be fine for what I want to do. At least, I mean, it won't, but I'll make do. If I clear out Cainhurst Castle and at least get to the boss area and get the shortcuts open to the boss, I should be okay. Let's see. Bolt paper might be good. Fire paper maybe. I don't think there's anything that poisons. Put on the blood of Ariana. And I guess the bell? The bell on top of that. And go in here and make sure so that all of my weapons are up to date with their gems and shit. $65. 72. 77. 9.5. 10 point whatever. Or no, 10. Which is up near death plus 3. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. The base damage will be higher at full health with the other thing. Why did I waste that? The base damage will be higher at full health with the other thing, but I don't know, just the flatline bonus will be fine. And then if I happen to be almost dead and can get that final hit in on a boss or something, I mean, that's, you really shouldn't play your equipment and stuff that way, but it might work out. Just because I'm not quite leveled enough to really be in this area yet. So we'll see how it works out. We don't really need to dick with those guys, honestly. I can't remember. I don't remember exactly where I'm supposed to go up here. What I'm supposed to be doing. I know there's a lot of stuff you can find. This little bastard. Bloodstone chunks, I like. I have 3 of those now. I could get my saw cleaver to +7, but I would rather save it for my Shikage. It's probably gonna, that attitude is probably gonna cause me a lot of heartache. I could probably make better use of it by getting better damage. Shit. Wait, why is my weapon at risk already? Oh, Dark Souls 3 repairs when you rest at fucking the place. What PS4 do I have? I just have a first run PS4. Guess I need to go back and... It says my weapon is at risk? My durability's at 60. That's not going to be enough. Do I have any blood clots or anything? No. Nice. Yeah, the I've heard the slims are all right. I don't know if there's actually any kind of technical difference or if there's like a performance difference or anything. Alright, I need to get back and fix up my weapon. Hopefully that's enough echoes to... Well, I mean, sometimes, what? 889? Are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes different builds of different systems have, like, they come with different problems. And, I've had a couple friends of mine say that the Slim is finicky sometimes. Like they seem to have more problems with it than they did their original PS4s after they upgraded. But I don't know if that's like a technical thing on the side of like how the console is built or if they just got bad luck. Be enough to repair my thing. Yeah, I thought about getting a PS4 Pro, but it's just not it's just not worth it for me because well, they most of the games don't really take advantage. I don't know if they still sell the normal ones or not. But most PS4 games and most things like that don't really take advantage of the 4K, and like the ones that do, it's only kind of a simulated 4K. Like they do a checkerboard patterning. Like, let's say you have a 4K picture, and the way it renders 4K because of the limitations of the system, the way it renders it is, if you were to take a 4-pixel cut of the screen two of the pixels would be rendered in 4K, and then two would not be rendered in 4K. And then every frame it alternates which of those two pixels. It alternates which of the 4 pixels is rendered in 4K. Every frame. And so it kind of bullshits the processor into displaying it in 4K in that way. PS4 core. I've never heard of a PS4 core. I wonder what a PS4 core is. It might be like the original build of the system. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really personally impressed with VR. I just don't think they're doing enough. I don't really think they're doing enough unique with the technology to justify spending like $400 on a VR headset. I mean, the PS4, the PSVR is obviously the most affordable one. And like if that's your thing, like that's definitely the way you want to go with it. 'Cause like looking at like a Vive or a what's the other one called? What's the other one called? The Vive or the... What's the other VR headset called? The Oculus. Those are like $600 and $700 headsets. Plus on top of the fact that you need like a $1,200 to $1,500 computer just to run like certain VR simulations worth a damn. I mean, I guess depending on how fancy you want to get with the graphics, but if you're going VR, why not go all out? Like if you're gonna spend that much money on VR, why not go all out? Damn it, these little bastards. Yeah, also the amount of room space they take up is ridiculous. Like if you don't have proper spacing in your home, you're not going to get the full VR experience with like the motion boxes and shit that they want you to use with it. I think I have everything in this area. I seem to feel like I'm forgetting something, but I at least got a chunk out of it, so that's fine. Alright. Treat footing with care. We drop right. Can I drop right here? Quicksilver bullets. I don't remember which is the correct way to drop. Don't be fooled, therefore turn back. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. The VR, the PlayStation VR is not a bad looking headset, and the graphical power of it is just fine. What I mean is I don't. What I mean is I don't care for the types of experiences that VR offers right now. Like God damn it. I forgot that was a thing. God fucking damn this game. What I mean by I'm not impressed with VR is that they don't have any kind of games that wouldn't be better as just regular video games. Like there's no simulator experiences that I care about. Like there's nothing that you can do in first person that would interest me anymore if you did it in VR. And everything that they try to do works just as well as a game without the VR. Like Resident Evil works just as well as thanks. Resident Evil works just as good as a first-person horror game. It doesn't need the VR. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem I have with those other kinds of experiences. Like the ones that do look really cool, they really are just tech demos. They're not full-fledged games. There was a couple more that looked like that too. I forget what they were. Well, I'm screwed. Executioner's gloves. I think that's all the threats in this room. Oh no, there's one. Knight's garb. Let's see. For change of pace, let's put on the executioner's garb. Actually, I don't have the headpieces for those, so it wouldn't make any sense to put either one of them on. There should be a ladder or something somewhere around here. A door or a ladder. Should be a switch, I think. But yeah, a lot of the VR experiences are just tech demos. They're not super impressive to me. Definitely not worth going out and buying a headset for, especially when they still cost so much. Like, I don't mind that they cost so much. I know the tech is expensive. Like, they haven't really priced. Like, they haven't really figured out. They haven't gotten to the point in the technology where it's easy enough to manufacture to really make it. I don't know, anything other than a niche product, like a real consumer product. It's more just a niche product at this point. It might be further out here, maybe. Yeah, okay. Hidden path is effective. Oh no, they were dicking with me, weren't they? I think this is bad. Yeah, I think this is not a path. Oh wait, no, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Treasure waits ahead. Monster waits ahead. Alright, so there's a treasure and a monster. There's the monster. Okay. I have that happen sometimes. Gut pains are never fun. Oh, there's the ladder. There's the ladder what goes up. Oh, we're gonna try and fight around this lady. We're not gonna let her yell for her friends. And we're just gonna go up the ladder. I'm gonna go up quick like. Try to remember where I'm supposed to go. Despicable man. Is there a man? Is there a man? Is this bad? It's not a bad. Warm blood gemstone. Despicable warm blood. No mercy for vile bloods. Bloodstone waits ahead. You've come to the right place. Bloodstone waits ahead. 2 bloodstone gems. Rock on. It's all thanks to bloodstone and wondrous. The Demon Souls Collector's Edition. Which Demon Souls Collector's Edition? Because there are a few different ones, and there's one that I've never been able to find, and the one that you're talking about might be the one that I've never been able to find anywhere. Like there's a Demon Souls thing that comes with like a cloth. You've come to the right place. It comes with like a. Hold on, I'm trying to see if there's an additional ladder down, because I remember. Because I have the Black Phantom Edition, and that wasn't that much. I think it might have been $100 or so. If that much. It may not have been that much. And then there's one that comes with like, it's got a cloth map of the game or something, and on the back of it, on the back of the cloth map is like a it's like a breakdown of like all the different classes and the skills and stuff the different classes start with. There's that thing. And I think that's the deluxe edition. Shit, there's 2 of them. Well, the reason that one is so expensive is because there's like not very many that were made, and they were like a super exclusive thing. Like I don't even think very many people got them, because I think initially they were supposed to be like press release stuff. Like people from the video game press are the people who got them, and nobody else. So I think that's why they're so hard to find and expensive, because they were like a games press only releases. You know, they weren't available to the general public at all. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of flashbacks here. This boss fight coming up is particularly difficult, especially at the level that I'm at. I don't think I'm going to be able to find help for this boss fight at this level. It kind of makes me wish Muhammad were here. Time for visceral attacks. Yeah, visceral attacks are definitely effective against this guy. But yeah, I think that deluxe edition was actually just a press-like release edition, because they did the same thing with the original Demon Soul, or the original Dark Souls, where they had an edition that came with the game, and the game had a cloth map, and on the back of the cloth map was all the like diagrams of all the starting classes and explanations of what all the starting classes were, with some lore bits thrown in. And it had this whole hand-drawn and hand-written aesthetic, and that was only available to the game's press. Like, if you were part of a publication that was doing coverage for Dark Souls, you might have gotten one of those sent to your house for review, or as part of a presser. But most people will never get their hands on those without paying a hefty sum of money. There was also an edition of Dark Souls that came out with a collectible trading card. Like inside the package, inside the Dark Souls packaging was the game, some special edition stuff, and on top of the special edition stuff was like a holographic trading card, like a collector's comic book trading card, like one of those old Tops, the long, like with all the art and shit on it, like an art card. And it was hand signed by Hidetaka Miyazaki, the producer of Dark Souls, and those go for, I think, complete editions of those go for a couple thousand or so. And yeah, that's one reason that I don't like amiibos and the way Nintendo does the printing on all of their amiibos and stuff, is because it's super easy for somebody to just go and buy a shitload of them, drive up the price on the market, and like most, people who aren't hardcore collectors or people who don't have like, oh, my friend got this for me because he works here, or he's like in the case of some YouTubers, like when like fans give people memorabilia and shit like that, like, hey, I like your YouTube channel and I know you like this game, so here's this cool thing that I found. I know like Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps has like every fucking amiibo there is, and a lot of them, like many of them he got, buying on eBay and stuff, but I think there's a few of them that he got from fans, ones that he didn't have, who were fans of his show, and his work, shit like that. Man, I kind of just want to go back and turn in my souls, but let's check my... I have no password. Region. Okay. I'm at level 49. I should be at a good... I should be at a good level for this. Level 49 should be okay. Yeah. I'm the same way with a lot of collector's items and stuff like that. I feel like if you're gonna collect something, if you're gonna spend money, yes, excellent. If you're gonna spend money on something, you should use it. I'm the same way with like Magic the Gathering cards. You know, I put a lot of money. I won't put a dollar amount on. I won't even estimate. But I put a lot of money into Magic the Gathering cards so that I could play like, you know, old tournaments and tournaments where all the cards, you know, they were out of print or, you know, they were years and years old, and it was a huge investment. And I had them sleeved. I didn't mistreat the cards or anything like that, but I definitely played with them like the playing cards that they are. I did not let them sit around and just collect dust in a folder. They got played, they got shuffled. And most of the time, like if you're dealing with most of the time, if you're dealing with folks who play seriously like that, like they're gonna shit. Sorry, I'm not talking. I gotta focus. Shit. That was... couldn't lock on. Wow, I did the thing. There's it seems to be a glitch where if you hop forward and you're trying to push through an attack for a visceral attack, it will walk you through the enemy and you will not be able to perform the visceral attack. You have to not touch any buttons when you hop forward and just hit the attack button. It won't let you walk it won't let you walk into the attack after you've hopped forward anymore. That's really upsetting, actually. I would really rather not lose 30 some odd thousand souls, especially when I need 50 some odd thousand to buy the weapon I want. I was doing pretty good until I lost my cooperator. That person was allowing me to get behind Ligarius, and she was allowing me to get myself behind Ligarius, so that I could attack him viscerally. Yeah, I think I've seen him. He buys a bunch of the old packs, hoping to get rare gems, hoping to get rare cards out of the old packs. I'm not quite that. I don't like to gamble that hard. When I buy expensive Magic cards, I like to know what I'm getting, and like I buy it for a reason. Like I won't just buy a random box or a random pack of cards hoping to get something good out of it. I will look to see, what I need or what I want to collect or what I want to have, and I'll just go buy it. Like I'll go buy it at whatever face value it happens to have. Let's see, shall we go? Wow, these... I mean, I'm not doing much better, but these cooperators aren't fighting Ligarius very well. Is Ligarius just not going to come out of that corner? I don't know what happened there. I don't know why he wouldn't come out of that corner. I wonder if I could have gotten him stuck in a bullshit loop and not realized it. But yeah, these cooperators I'm getting don't really know how to fight Logarius. So that's bad. The trick to Logarius is just parrying him. Like, just avoid his magic attacks, and then when he starts meleeing, you just gotta parry. There's nothing super complicated about it. It's difficult to do, but it's not. It's difficult to do, but it's not complicated in concept. You just parry his tall dumbass. He's, I don't want to say he's a carbon copy of, bosses, but he's he prepares you, fighting against him prepares you for fighting against a lot of the bosses in the Chalice dungeons, later in the game. Because a lot of the later Chalice dungeons have big, tall guys that use sweeping and flowing attacks like he does, and it's just a trick. With Logarius, the problem is that Logarius uses magic as well as the attacks and shit. But with Logarius, if you keep close to him, he will not do the magic attacks, and then he will then instead do the sweeping physical attacks, which you can just parry. Yeah, Mighty Number 9, man, that game is a disaster. And I've seen plenty of people who have better luck with it than I do. Like, they get the game and they play through it and they don't have very many technical problems. They have a few, but it's not nearly as bad as what I experienced. And that's perfectly fine. Like, if somebody picked up Mighty Number 9 and enjoyed it and didn't have any problems with it, like, that's perfectly fine. Like you play the games that you enjoy, and if for some reason I didn't enjoy something that you did or you found value in, that doesn't mean that you finding value in it is illegitimate. You know, you found value in it where I did not, and that's perfectly acceptable. Really? I hadn't heard that, but Yes! Yes! Oh boy. Ooh, that was a tough fight. Sorry about that. Oh wait, I want to grab that. I want to grab that and put it on. So here's a little secret for you, Zero. Here's a little secret. So when you beat him, he drops a crown. If you put on the crown and you approach this wall, this happens. And you can go and talk to the Queen of the Vile Bloods. So the interesting thing here is that Ligarius was wearing a crown, and he was defending this thing from being discovered. Ligarius was one of the leaders of the church. He was the leader of what eventually would become the executioners in the church. And the executioners were the sworn enemy of the Vile Bloods, these group of aristocratic nobles who hid themselves away in this manor and in their castles, who delighted in the hunt, who felt like their participation in the hunt and their ability to go beyond.
I claim no subjects, but here lieth our throne. Kneel before us, or get thee gone.
So, so the Vile Bloods essentially ran a we are holier than thou kind of racket, and eventually it got to the point where they were partaking in some sort of tainted blood of beasts. The time age of this game is I don't know. It's somewhere between medieval times and or it's pre-industrial European in architecture, I think. Like very closely pre-industrial, like gunpowder wicks, sailing ships, and lords in their castles kind of thing. All of the lore and stuff, though, is very, very based on like the types of things that H.P. Lovecraft talks about. If you've never read any of Lovecraft's works, he did like 2 or 3 or 4 books like that were novel length, and then the majority of the other stuff that he did was essays and short stories, all pertaining around cosmic horror. Yeah, kind of Victorian. I think that's right. I think it's somewhere between Victorian and pre-industrial, like right on the cusp of industrial, simply because of their dress and the architecture of their houses. So Lovecraft crafted these stories about existential cosmic horror, and as a concept, all that really means is that there are stories involving characters who become aware of the fact that humanity is not the largest thing in the universe. As a matter of fact, the largest things in the universe could destroy all of humanity if they so wished it. They just do not pay attention to humans because they are so insignificant. And humans are so cosmically insignificant to these great old ones that the best thing that you can hope for is that they do not notice you. There is nothing that you could do against the cosmic horrors that exist beyond the colors in space, where is what Lovecraft called the edge of our understanding, the colors out in space. And these things are so great, so old, and so powerful, and so all influential that the best thing that you can hope for is that they do not know that you exist. They do not care to notice you. Because once they take notice of you and you understand all these things, the things that you try to communicate to your fellow human beings sound like madness. Because in coming into contact with this eldritch knowledge, this knowledge of these beings, your brain is not able to comprehend it, and it turns you into a raving madman eventually. It really, how fast you break down is not a case of if you break down, it's when. And really only your mental fortitude is what keeps you from slipping faster than not. Like it's an inevitability that knowing these things will drive you crazy. The only thing you have defending yourself is your mental fortitude. But eventually that will fail. In a Lovecraft story, that always fails. And anytime you try to share this knowledge with anybody who hasn't seen the things that you've seen or been privy to the things that you've witnessed, they won't believe you. Because it's so far beyond the scope of humanity to think that there are these giant cosmic beings that could squish us if they wanted to. Like, that's just crazy to any average person. So the stories that you have are stories of individual characters and sometimes small groups. Sometimes people become aware of these powers and they form like cults trying to uncover the unknown and investigate or appease these gods, which is kind of where the Yarnamites, like the people of the town of Yarnam and the people in this game, kind of fall into. The people who came before, the Tumerians, they discovered the old blood. They discovered these tombs with eldritch knowledge in it, and they were superhuman enough by themselves to withstand it and try to communicate with these gods. Well, they succeeded, and in succeeding, they tried to ascend. They tried to interbreed, basically, with these old gods. And what's going on, Mark? And it did not work. Eventually what it ended up creating was what your character uses and knows as beast blood. And the healing church comes after, and then all these other sects and all these other groups come after the healing church. And actually, I take that back. The Bergenworth College comes first, and Bergenworth tries to go into these tombs and discover all these things and unravel the secrets. And the church, splits off from the college. So the college comes first, and then the church. This story is about your character. Your character is your character comes to this foreign land for an unknown reason. You are not even told as the player why your character is here. All you know is that you've been infused with beast blood, which is what makes... Oh, that's all right, Mark. No big deal, buddy. I appreciate you stopping in. Your character initially comes to Yarnam for an unknown reason and is infused with beast blood. And their whole point in this journey is slowly revealed to you as you play through the game. But even so, it's done so obtusely that you never find out where your characters come from or what their original purpose in Yarnam was. You never find out any of that stuff. None of that is ever answered, because by the end of the game, that's not the point. By the end of the game, the point is that your character is way in over their head and only has a basic understanding of why they only have a basic understanding of why they continue to partake in the hunt, even though most rational people would have stopped as soon as they entered Yarnam and seen how crazy it was. But for reasons unknown, your character continues to go, and you play through the game with only a hint of understanding as to why. And that's the whole point of the game. If you want better explanations of the lore and more in-depth explanations of the lore, because A, it's been 2 years since I played this game, so I don't know what the DLC adds to the game or what it adds to the lore, and B, it's been 2 years since I played this game, so the lore is kind of fuzzy to me. If you look up a guy called Vati Vidya, Vaati Vidya, on YouTube, he does lore videos for all of the characters of Bloodborne. He does lore for all the characters and happenings and history of Bloodborne. He does it for Dark Souls. He does it for Demon Souls. He does it for Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. His entire channel is dedicated to Soulsborne lore and character bios and things like that. So we're going to kneel in front of the Vile Blood Queen.
Moon-scented hunter. I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Cainhurst. Ruler of the Vile Blood. Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of? Well, an odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous share in our plight, and take oath against the church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well. Drink deep of our blood.
I'll be absolutely honest,
Spreading corruption burn.
the only reason that I'm becoming a Vile Blood is because I want the weapons they offer and the armor.
Thou art too a vile blood.
I don't really do much PvP.
We too. The very last on this earth. We await for the honor.
I'm going to go ahead and turn up the voices a little bit. I didn't realize the voices were so low. But yeah, the main reason that I do this is because I want to buy the Shikage and I want to buy the Cainhurst armor set. Because even though a lot of the armor sets in the game are like specifically geared, like, oh, this is a thing specifically to defend against blood attacks. This is a thing specifically to defend against arcane enemies, and this is a physical damage one or a fire damage one. Like the Cainhurst armor, in my opinion, looks the best, and it also has the most balanced stats. So that's what I'm going to work on purchasing. But first, I'm going to purchase the Shikage. And then we're going to upgrade it as much as we possibly can. I'm gonna go farm some soul gems. I hope you guys don't mind. Or not soul gems, fucking twin bloodstones. Oh, unless I can buy them now. I might be able to buy them now. I don't think I can, but I might be able to. I'll go ahead and farm since I'm here. But Um, but yeah, if you want more lore stuff, Vati Vidya does excellent lore videos. Super in-depth and super, like, researched. Like, the guy really does his homework when it comes to the lore that he talks about. I'm at this point I'm done with Castle Cainhurst. Like, that one boss is the only boss that's there. Cainhurst is there specifically for that boss and the lore exposition, and for the Vile Blood Queen. Oh, and so back to what I was saying about why it was odd that that guy was waiting outside and that place was hidden. So Logarius, the boss that we fought, was one of the church leaders. Particularly, he was the leader of one of the pieces of the church that fought like tooth and nail against the Vile Bloods. And when his people went and led the assault on the church, they found that they could not kill the queen. No matter what they did, there was a secret rite that would continue to bring the queen back from the dead, if given enough time. So Logarius sacrificed himself in a ritual that made it so that the queen's sanctum would be hidden behind an illusion and sealed off from the rest of the world until you come along and break the seal. I mean, if you're looking for good guys and bad guys, in Bloodborne it's kind of ambiguous. When they initially found the tombs, when the college initially found the tombs, and they found the blood and realized what it could do to help humanity, they, yeah, Zero, that's why he's called Martyr Logarius, for his boss title. So when the college initially found the tombs, and they found the blood, and they found what it had the possibility of doing for humanity, they initially, you know, their hearts were in the right place, because the blood, when used properly and sparingly, can cure any sort of illness that occurs in a normal human being. Like, how much does this cost? $27.44. That costs a lot of souls. But I want it. So they initially got all of these resources for the right reasons, like they were helping people with it, right? Well, what they didn't realize was that with all the people imbibing this blood that they'd found and figured out how to cultivate, and the way the church and the church and the college eventually figured out how to cultivate the blood in virgins, or not virgins, but in women. They figured out how to cultivate the blood in women, and any woman who was deemed worthy became a blood shepherd of the church. It's heavily implied, actually, and I think I said this in one of the prior streams. It's heavily implied that all the blood that you use to heal yourself is actually menstrual blood from the women of the church. But yeah, if you're looking for like a hero type in this game, it's kind of ambiguous. The church and the scholars did what they thought was right for humanity. The church and the scholars were doing what they thought was right for the course of humanity. Whether they were right or wrong, I don't know. It's all really a matter of opinion, in my opinion. But the Vile Bloods are definitely painted as legitimate bad guys. You know, they kind of use the hunts as an excuse to purge people, like in that movie, The Purge. It's basically a bunch of aristocrats that go around getting their jollies off killing, you know, poor sick people. So yeah, but I mean, given the way each faction treats each other and the way each faction treats, you know, innocent people, during the night of the hunt, I mean, you could kind of argue that everybody's a bad guy and that nobody has anyone's best interests at heart. And yes, that is... And yeah, that is exactly why the townsfolk... that is exactly why the townsfolk attacked us, because of the beast blood. They were driven insane. Because not only is the beast blood like good for healing people, but it also gives you a lot of it's like an energy cocktail. It's like the perfect cocktail of things that people like. It gets you inebriated, much like alcohol or drugs does. It's good for your body in small doses, and it heals diseases and cures illnesses. But use too much of it, and it starts to take over your nature, and you become a beast. Which is the whole point of the game, is that the world is basically falling apart. Yes. Because initially, another reason for that, Mark, is initially when the church had hunters, they realized that the beast problem was so widespread that they would need bodies for the hunt. Like they just needed more fodder for the machine. And the townspeople made the perfect scapegoats for that. You know, they wanted to fight to defend their town, and the church could arm them. But anybody not treated with the beast blood was in no way really in a position to fight against the beast, because the beast blood is what gave you your superhuman abilities. It's what makes you a hunter. So if it's average people going out and fighting against these beasts, they've got no chance, regardless of what kind of gear they have or what kind of weapons they're given. And the church knew that. I mean, the church was just interested in keeping the contamination contained. That's also why Old Yarnum, like one of the secondary areas that you can go in the game. I guess it's not a secondary area, but it's one of the areas that you. Oh, I hate these dudes, man. Fuck these dudes. The reason that the blood is special is because it comes from the old gods. The blood comes from the old gods, and getting treated with it gives you like getting treated with it and receiving regular treatments with it basically makes you superhuman, and it keeps you from getting sick. But doing it too much and getting blood drunk all the time turns you into a monster, because eventually your human nature kind of falls to your body just can't handle divinity, basically. That's kind of the weird lesson of the game, is that the human body is just not meant to... Oh, hello, glitchy guy in the wall. And yes, the blood is in all of the characters and bosses, other than the Did he went through everything. He went through the wall and disappeared. You inject it. Like, watch what the character does when you heal. You take a vial of blood and you jam it straight into your bloodstream. You just inject it. Like, when your character heals, you're essentially giving yourself tiny, when your character heals, you're essentially giving yourself tiny blood treatments. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods, and let ye partake in communion. That remains to be seen, honestly. Like, your character is never outwardly affected by the blood, but a lot of that has to do with willpower, and physical fortitude. Especially depending on what endings and stuff you get. It just kind of depends on the person, really. And I got 4 of these things. God damn. Oh no, the Great Ones were cosmic interdimensional beings that existed before they were found by the college, and the Tumerians found them first and found a way to communicate with them. That's how the Tumerians got the blood in the first place. They got it directly, like they got the, I don't want to say technology, but like techniques. They got the techniques and they got the cosmic knowledge on how to harvest and utilize it directly from the old ones, the great old ones themselves. But that was the Tumerians, which I don't know the exact timeline, but it's a really long time before Yharnam even exists. It's like a couple centuries or so before Yharnam even exists that the Tumerians discovered the Great Ones and the Great Old Ones. Yes, like Rom the Vacuous Spider, Amygdala would be a lesser Great One. You've got the right of it. I don't think we actually see a great one ever, except Ebritus. I think Ebritus is a great one. Ebritus is a great old one that got left behind on Earth, and the church found her and built the church up around her. Let's see, how many more fucking things do I need? I need a bunch more. God damn it. God damn it. Oh yeah, Mark, this whole game is based in H.P. Lovecraft lore. That's another reason why they chose the aesthetic they did. Yeah, the brain of Mensis. I looted the guys I needed to. These big tall guys. The other stuff that I kill doesn't drop what I need. Like all the connotations with the full moon and the blood moon, that's a Lovecraft thing. All the talk about having multiple eyes and being able to see, that's a Lovecraft thing. The different rituals by which you commune with the old ones and the great old ones. These fucking guys, I fucking hate that you can't, there's nothing you can do about this. You just have to get lucky. These fucking pieces of garbage. Also, I didn't loot the screamy guys because all they drop are pebbles, and I already have a full stash of pebbles. Like I can't even store it. I can't even store any more in my bottomless box. So it won't let me loot the pebbles. The weapon I am using is a saw cleaver. It doesn't look like much of a cleaver because I don't have it tricked. But it's a saw blade on the end of a cleaver handle in the shape of a cleaver, and when you pop it out, it looks like that. But it swings real slow, so I don't use it that way. God damn it! Anyway, I need. What do I need? I need a bunch more of the twin bloodstone shards, honestly. Can I buy them yet? Can I please buy them yet? Purchase. No. Shit. Even if I could, they'd be super expensive. Do I need the regular bloodstone shards anymore? Let's check. Chicago +4. No. Evelyn +6. No. Okay, so I do not need the bloodstone shards anymore. So, let's sell the regular bloodstone shards. Get all this money. And then let's purchase. Ooh, I could purchase bone marrow ash. That would be wonderful. I should think about that. Let's purchase Cainhurst armor. I can't afford anything else. Can't afford. All right, Zero. If I could just get one more twin bloodstone shard so I can at least get my Chicago to +5, then I would move on. You know, what's funny is I could probably push forward into the game a little more and get plenty of twin bloodstone shards. But I kind of want the Cainhurst armor as well, so there's a reason to grind for that. Yes! Alright. Let's finish the run just in case I get a couple more. But yeah, there's lots of Lovecraftian influences and references in this game. Very heavily reliant on it, which is fine, because I mean, might as well with Lovecraft. Okay, come on, big guy. Let's party. Twin bloodstone shards, awesome. That. Okay. Now we'll go back and we'll upgrade my Shikage, see if it does any more damage than my saw cleaver, which I honestly don't imagine that it will. I really need to get the Shikage to something like +7. But do that in a minute. I can grind for stuff like that off. Either that or I can push forward and probably pick up the materials and stuff that I need. So that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and fortify weapon, Shikage +4, the shards. Yeah, those are all those are all great ones. Let's see. Bloodtinge scaling 13.5. Shikage. Rating. Physical attack up 13.5, and let's see. 81. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. Definitely better. can I get another piece of the armor? Armor, please. Please. Yep. What's the... I forget what, oh, is the tomb prospector set better? Yeah, whatever. It might be. Yeah, we're gonna buy the Cainhurst stuff. Yeah, once you get the combat and stuff down, it's not too bad. It's just a matter of getting used to the combat. Shit. I need so much more for the Cainhurst stuff. Might as well. Might as well wear it. Oh yeah, definitely. Parrying and visceral attacks, that's the best way to go, man. Do I have any more soul items? I do not. I hate to keep grinding these guys, but I really like that full set armor, because it's good. Let's see, we were doing what, 1003 with our visceral attacks a minute ago. Let's see how much we're doing with our visceral attacks now. Now that we have our cool sword. Asshole. Not as much. I wonder if our blood attack is slightly higher. L1 is how you trick. Twin bloodstone shards. Yep. Ebritas is a great old one that got left behind. she's also one of my favorite bosses. Not the most difficult to fight once you figure out how to bait her into doing specific attacks. But figuring that out is a fun and difficult process. I'm not exactly sure. She was just kind of left behind when the Great Old Ones left the Temerians. And the Temerians just kind of left her down in the tomb, and when the church found her, they built the church up around her. They built the which part of the church? The upper cathedral, I think? I don't remember. But they built part of the church around where she was left by the altar of sacrifices. Altar of sacrifices or altar of despair? Altar of despair, maybe? Despair. And the altar of despair is also how you bring the queen back from the dead if you follow the part of the storyline where you give the Cainhurst invitation to the one executioner that's left, Alfred. He goes to Cainhurst and kills the queen, and then in his blood craze he attacks you if you go back to where the queen is. And then after you kill him, you can pick up a piece of the queen's dreg flesh, and if you take it to the altar of despair after having defeated Ebrites, the altar of despair will resurrect the queen, so that you can then go talk to the queen again, so she's not dead anymore. This one. Yeah, because as far as I know, Alfred just kind of stands there, because his whole thing is like he's gonna stay there and he'll kill her as many times as she comes back, and in revenge for Logarius, who was his master. So you have to kill him first before she can resurrect. I'm pretty sure. I could be talking bollocks, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, Alfred's a problem if you want to get the queen back. Or if you're a vile blood in general. No, you have to kill Alfred too, because Alfred will just stay there, and like the reason the queen will not resurrect is because like the whole point is that Alfred is going to stay there and just keep killing the queen as many times as she comes back. So the game won't let you just resurrect the queen until he's dead. Because you'd essentially be resurrecting the queen into an executioner again. Like you'd be resurrecting her only for her to get executed again. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, as far as I know. I just really appreciate how they added someone who is essentially a proxy for Knight Solaire into Bloodborne with the I forget which covenant that guy is, but he's got like a bucket helmet and like a soldier's uniform. I forget which covenant he is though. But if my understanding of it is correct, he's supposed to be like a character proxy for the character Solaire of Astora from Dark Souls, if I remember correctly. I only need what, 4 more shards, and then I can start using the other things. I might as well grind it up because I want to get the last piece of armor anyway. I apologize if this is boring. I'll try to keep spouting what random Bloodborne bullshit I do have locked away in my brain. That way it's not too boring. I don't like to grind on stream, but I'm kind of making it a necessity because I really want this armor and this weapon to be next tier right now. Like, it doesn't absolutely have to be or whatever, but like, if I can get it there, I'm gonna do it. Huh. I think I only need 3 more now. Yep, 3 more. But yeah, so I'm interested to see, like, because I haven't seen anything from the old Hunters, the DLC, since I haven't played in so long. I do have the DLC, so I can get to it, and I've already gotten the eyeball that takes you to it, I guess. So we'll have access to it at some point. I'm just gonna do the parts of the game that I know first, and I'll probably do the DLC before I beat. Or before I get the actual ending of the... Ow. Before I get the actual ending of the game. I just want to do the stuff that I know first. Alright, cool, Mark. I appreciate it. Yes, the League. Hiki, yes. The League. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know. You need the 3 pieces to get the good ending. Yeah, I platinumed this along, like I got platinum on this I think 3 months or two months after it came out. Because when did it come out? Like March? And it came out like March of 2015, and I got the platinum in May of that year. Oh, it's cool, Hiki. I'm gonna be playing this like every night until I'm done for like 3 hours, from midnight to 3 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. I stream just about every night. I really don't. I haven't figured out a day in my week in which I'd like to take a night off, so I just don't. And I don't even really do this for like. I'm not trying to make a career of this or anything. I just do it for fun. Because I know a lot of people like watching the Souls games, and I love playing the Souls games. So, okay, cool. Well, let me go ahead and send you... Let me go ahead and send you a friend request real quick. And I'll go ahead and do that. I think I found you. Okay. Cool. I just sent it. So think I found the person that's you. And I sent it. Huh. Because I'm totally down to play with you guys. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm streaming, so I can't, you know, whatever. No, we can totally play. If you see me online, or if I see you online, we can totally play. Though I will warn you guys, they haven't announced the beta for it yet. Shite. Get off of me, you asshole. Damn it. They haven't announced when the beta is happening for it yet. But when the beta for Destiny 2 goes live, and when Destiny 2 itself goes live, I will be playing a lot of that until I get bored with it. Because I waited on Destiny 1, on the Destiny 1 hype train. I did not jump into that game as soon as it came out. I waited until the Taken King came out, when the game was much more fleshed out and had a lot more to do. And I had a super good experience with it, so I'm excited to see what they do with Destiny 2. Even though I understand that a lot of people had a lot of, you know, very valid gripes with the game. And I imagine I would have had the same kinds of gripes with the game too, had I been playing from the very beginning, back when the game wasn't quite done. But since I started at the Taken King, when they started fixing how light leveling and stuff worked, and how the damage, and basically they were making ad hoc improvements to the game that made the game play the way it should have played when it released. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was I really think the way Destiny 1 ended, and the last event they did, was fantastic. I cannot wait to start playing Destiny 2, because I feel like Bungie will have learned. And I saw the gameplay premiere a couple weeks ago, or last week, and it looks fantastic. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of the nature of an MMO. Like, they're not trying to sell Destiny as an MMO, but that's what it is. Like you have to keep up with the expansions in order to have gear that scales, and that's just a thing that all MMOs run into. All right, Mark, I appreciate it, man. I will see you around. Thanks for hanging out, and I will definitely hit you up if I need help. But yeah, like, they weren't trying to sell Destiny as an MMO, and that really was a disservice not only to the game, but also to the people playing the game, because that's... I appreciate that, Mark. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, like, you know, that's... They didn't market the game the way they should have, and I have a feeling that Activision had a lot to do with how slow content production and stuff was. Activision wanted their game out right now, and they wanted it... They wanted it their way, and they wanted it right now, and like, you just can't... You just can't do that. Like, you have to... Attack up 9.1. Let's put that on Chicago. Sorry, I'm mid thought. I'm mid thought, and I'm attempting to put my thoughts in order here. I apologize. 274. There we go. Now we're starting to get up there. But yeah, they need to do a better job of that, and they need to do a better job of letting the hardcore, quote unquote, Destiny community know that, like, they're going to be modeling Destiny and Destiny 2 to be more accessible. Like, they can't just cater to a hardcore MMO audience. They can't cater to a hardcore first-person shooter audience. They have to cater to as many people as they possibly can, because building a game like Destiny takes a lot of money, and Activision is going to want that, and they're going to want that investment back in spades, basically. Let's see, we've done enough grinding. Let's go fight a boss. Let's go fight Dark Beast Parl. So it's also they need to better structure the payment system in, like, what they're selling their DLCs for money wise. They need to make it so that it makes more sense to spend $20 or $30 on an expansion when you're going to have like 2 or 3 expansions a year. Because a lot of people who play a shooter, you know, casually, aren't going to want to spend that kind of money. Like, even if they are used to buying DLCs, it's like, if all their gear is going to become moot as soon as they buy a DLC, that's the thing that's different about a game like Destiny when you compare it to a game like Call of Duty. Like, with Call of Duty, most of the things about the guns are all technical, like how fast they shoot, or what kind of bullets they shoot, or what kind of gun they are. But with Destiny having like RPG style stats and stuff, like, any new weapons that you add to the game is just going to add to the game's power creep, which is just a term for, like, how effective old content is in new content, and how quickly players are expected to consume and upgrade the content they do use. And it's the expectations for something like that in an MMO are way, way different than the expectations for something like that in a first-person shooter. And most FPS players aren't going to want to play that kind of format. They're not going to be comfortable playing that sort of format. But that's a lot of Bungie's classic. That's a lot of Bungie's classic demographic right there. Is first-person shooter players, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not trying to disparage anybody from playing whatever the fuck they want to play, but you know, it's just I don't like how the music just stops there once you cross that threshold. That's a little weird. What's this? Well, I can just straight up summon somebody. Well, what if I just want to summon a cooperator, not a DLC cooperator. But yeah, I think Bungie has learned a lot of things in making their first MMO style game with Destiny 1, and I think a lot of people who liked Destiny 1 are going to enjoy Destiny 2, probably even more than they think they will. And I think a lot of people who didn't quite give Destiny the time of day the first time around will be a little more apt to give it a try once Destiny 2 comes out. And I forgot he does that. Whoops. Wow. That was quick. He just straight up lit that. He lit Parle up, man. That's crazy. Borderlands. Borderlands is okay. For me, Borderlands kind of falls into the same category as something like, I mean, almost like a dungeon crawler, like Diablo, which is just like, you know, loot and grab, or like not necessarily loot and shoot, but I don't need to be here. I really don't need to screw with the powder keg assholes. Those guys can go get fucked. And they're not bad games at all. They're just not really my cup of tea. I don't really like, unless that's the thing that my buddies want to play and we can get a foursome together and we can all play it, that kind of thing. Other than that, I don't really. They're not really in my wheelhouse of things that I like to play. Well, I kind of wanted to buy some bone ash, but looks like I need blood vials and other bullshit. So I guess we'll just buy those. Let's see. Maybe go back to the Forbidden Woods? Maybe. Ooh, or maybe we go to the Chalice and we finish the Chalice dungeon. Let's do that. Let's do Chalice. I'm really interested to see with Destiny 2, they have a new system coming out, a new, not necessarily matchmaking, because Bungie's whole design philosophy with matchmaking in Destiny is that they don't want just a generic matchmaking system in Destiny, because they believe that unless you're playing the game with your friends, with a dedicated group of people, they believe that, like, the toxicity that exists in a lot of communities is just going to find its way into Destiny's player base by people who, you know, won't want to help new people learn to play the game. What the hell? Sure. I didn't realize you could do that. They put old hunters in the... Crazy. Destiny came out for the PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, and Xbox One. Destiny 2 will be on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the PC. Where is that bell ringing, bitch? There she is. And also, PlayStation 4 seems to have exclusive, not exclusive access, but all of the additional content that comes for the game will be hitting for the PlayStation 4 first, just like in Destiny 1. But no, I'm excited to see what they do with this new matchmaking sort of system that they're going to implement. It's called Guided Games. And basically what it's going to do is, let's say you have a group of players that you normally play with, and normally you have enough to run raids. Like, you have a clan, and your clan normally runs raids. Well, let's say somebody just can't make the raid, and you need a sixth person in order to run the raid. You can hop on this message board, or this in-game, like, this in-game, I want to say, like, poster board or wanted board or leaderboard, you know, some kind of board like that. And you put out the call. You say, hey, we need this, and we need this, and we are this kind of guild, and like we're hardcore or we're not hardcore, or you know, we're casual or we're not casual, but we need an extra. And it will match you up with somebody in the community who is playing solo and needs somebody to play the game with. By the same token, anybody playing the game by themselves can go onto this board and search for a guild that needs a player, and they can narrow their search parameters by like, okay, this guild looks like they're super hardcore, I'm not into that, so I'll look for somebody else, that kind of thing. Singing is effective. Why singing is effective? Why? What does that mean? And they can hop on this in-game board and match themselves up with a clan or a group of people that they want to play with. And through that, don't be fooled, reeks of raiding. I don't understand. We're not in any sort of different place than where we were before. No mercy for scoundrels. Yeah, I'm all about it too. I have a small clan in Destiny 1. I don't know if anybody's still playing or not, since we basically finished up all the content. And I think most of us are just waiting for Destiny 2. Device is not currently Oh, that's a up and down device. But yeah, I have a relatively small clan, and like there's only 4 or 5 of us, and it's mostly my friends. But I love playing with people who don't like with new people. I love taking new people through endgame content, and I love playing with people who just want to have fun and play the game. And get to experience that in-game content. So, like, I'm super excited about guided games because I'm going to pick up so many people. Like, even if they don't want to join our group, which, like, it's not going to break my heart if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to join a guild, so you don't have to stop playing solo if that's what you'd rather do. But, like, there's going to be so many people who want that extra help, and, like, I'm all about that. Like, absolutely. Come join us. Come play. Like, Destiny is so much more fun when you have a group of people that you're comfortable with playing with, or when you have somebody who is patient enough and tolerant enough to take you through the content that you might not have had the chance to play before, and teach you the mechanics. Like, it's so much more rewarding when you can do all that stuff. And so I can't wait to be able to take people through the content and get to the end game with people who've not done it before. That's so much fun to me. So I'm super looking forward to it. I really wish I could get into World of Warcraft. What's the notes? Time for visceral attacks. I wish I could get into World of Warcraft, but something about it always kind of turns me off. And it's there's like nothing wrong with the game itself. Just kind of the art style kind of turns me off, and like I don't know. They're just something. there's something about it that I just like. It kind of looks like a Saturday morning cartoon puked all over it, and I'm just not really into that. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really my thing. Like that's my whole. Like it's really not aesthetically pleasing to me to look at. Which is unfortunate because I know it's a super mechanically deep game, and like if you can get into all the content that it does offer, it can be really, really fun. But I just can't get into it visually. I played a lot of Guild Wars when that was a thing, though I never got into Guild Wars 2. I wanted to, but I never did. Oh, is this an enemy we didn't kill? Also, if you didn't know, blood attacks do crazy damage to the otherworldly creatures, like the great old ones and the alien looking shit, the little alien looking dudes. They do crazy amounts of damage. The blood attacks do. Gunshots, kills with, or attacks with the Shikage's transformed option. Because blood is kind of the antithesis of the old ones in the arcane. So it does a shitload of damage. Trying to find the way out here. Here we go. But yeah, I played a lot of the original Guild Wars. I played a lot of ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. I actually played Elder Scrolls Online in the capacity, like I had like 3 or 4 of my friends played with me occasionally, but when they didn't play, I learned how to make I learned how to build a paladin character. I think it was called a paladin. I can't for the life of me remember what that particular class was called in ESO. But I made that sort of character, and I built it in such a way that I could basically tank. I could tank everything outside of raid content by myself, and I was able to tank and DPS everything to the point where I didn't need a group to do any of the any of the non-raid content with. Like, I still needed a group for raids, you know, if I wanted to go into the dungeons and things like that, and I still needed a group for PvP, but, outside of that, I didn't need a group. My one dude could handle his own by himself. I remember hearing about Asheron's Call. I remember hearing about it shutting down not long ago after being online for so many years. Like it shut down just recently. And I remember hearing about it because is there nothing in here? Gotta be something in here. This can't just be a room with nothing. Unless it's like... Oh, it probably circles around. Yeah, it's a circle around kind of room. Yeah, it shut down pretty recently. Because I saw an article on Kotaku about an old man who used to play Asheron's Call. And like I mean an older gentleman, like you know, he was retired, and like that's what he did with his time and his in his retirement was you know, even if he wasn't doing high level content with anybody, he was just interacting with the community, and he had friends online and stuff. And they talked about how they basically what's going on, Hunter? They talked about how he basically felt like, you know, with that game ending, you know, what was he going to do with his time, and like all these friends he'd made and all these things he'd experienced, you know, was it all gonna end up meaning nothing, kind of thing. And then a bunch of people, not only in the community that he was in on Asheron's Call, but like people on the article commenting were like, hey, you know, come play this game. It's kind of like Asheron's Call. It's not quite the same, but like if you just want to have people to talk to, if you just want to have people to hang out with, we will be, you know, there's plenty of other places that you can hang out and play, and you know, that you can go and do stuff. And I just thought that was really cool. I really enjoy it when a community doesn't have to take itself so seriously and can just let people play the game and let people enjoy the game for the reasons that they enjoy it. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing a treasure or something. I feel like I missed a treasure chest with an important item in it. Let's check my chalices. Thermu chalice, Thermu root chalice. Yeah, I'm pretty casual at this point. I hardcored myself out on my platinum playthrough of this game. And every other Souls game. Hell, I got the platinum for Demon Souls twice. Because I did it on 2 separate accounts when I had to make my new one. I feel like I missed a very important item somewhere. Because they don't just send you up to this they don't just send you up to these fucking things for nothing. I'll go back and look for it in a minute. What's going on, Mohammed? How's it going, buddy? That's good. That's good to hear. Oh, shit. Oh, there's the chalice. Oh yeah. The you would be surprised, but like the blood damage is, in my opinion, the best source of damage in the game, just because there's not, like, almost nothing has very much resistance to it, and everything that like everything else that doesn't have, like, the old gods are all weak to it. The little alien enemies you fight, any kind of arcane or magical enemies you fight, most of the beast enemies that you fight don't have very much resistance to it. They're not weak to it like the gods and stuff are, but they don't have resistance to it either. And if you're willing to take the HP loss at transforming the blade into the bloody blade, like, it's crazy good. No, actually, Hunter, I have not even touched the DLC yet. The primary thing I wanted to do was get to Castle Cainhurst and beat Logarius so that I could get the armor and the blade and the Evelyn. And I just did that tonight, so now it's time to play the rest of the game. Now that I have my build done, the only thing there is left to do is to level up my character to the point where his stats are maxed, or at the caps. But other than that, I just have the rest of the game to play now. All the building of the character is done. I just need to put the stat points in the right places and upgrade the weapons to +10. But other than that, I'm done. I have the armor set. I have the weapons I want. I just have to get them to +10, and I have to get the stats to 50 vitality, 40 endurance, 50 blood tinge, 40 skill, and then 10 and 10 on the arcane. Or 10 and 10 on strength and arcane, not blood and arcane. Hold on, I'm trying to grab my phone charger here. There we go. I got my phone charged, Nathan. Let's see. 60 to 70 level? Okay. I'm level 49, so close, but not quite. My Shikage is like +7. My Evelyn is like +6. Really, they give you access to it so early, but they're like, you need to be that high a level to go see it. That's crazy. Or to actually survive. Not just to go see it, but to survive. That's kind of crazy. Let's go to the Forbidden Woods, because that's a place I need to go. I haven't done anything with the Forbidden Woods. So we will. That's crazy. I mean, I guess it makes sense since the DLC came out so long after the initial game did. What was it, like 6 months or something? Alright, so I've got the tongue from here. I've gotten all the... Shit. shit. I was swinging at them and not hitting anything because I was on that weird plane. I was on the hill, not hitting anything. That was weird. Damn you stupid hitboxes. Let's see. I guess I should kill the oil guys and the dogs first. Yeah, this is where the thing falls in. We don't want to go down there. We can go up and around. Whole bunch of items and stuff I've not found here too. Yeah, I'll have to check out the like I initially planned to. I'll probably check out the DLCs after I get through the rest of the game. That's normally what I do. Unless it's like Dark Souls 1. Actually, I don't I don't do that because I've played Dark Souls 1 enough to know where my limitations are and stuff when it comes to like, oh, you know, you should be this level or you should be this level. Like, could you focus on the guy that's actually attacking us, please? That would be beautiful. I didn't want to use that twice, but that's fine. I don't remember which of this is a trap and which is not. I feel like there was like a elevator or something here. Something? No? I don't remember. Can we go around this house? Is that a thing we can do? Huh. Well, if it wasn't before, it is now. I remember that the Blood Beast pellets were important to me when I first played this. Like when I was getting good at it and like, you know, knowing how to utilize what items for what kinds of things, I used the Beast Blood pellets a lot. Simply because it multiplies your damage so much as you hit and hit. Like as you when you ingest the Beast Blood pellets, this little bar pops up, right? And the more hits you get, the more that bar fills up. Like the more times you hit a target, or the more hits you have in succession, the more that bar fills up. And the more that bar fills up, the more damage you do per hit. I don't know if it's percentage based or if it's like a fixed number of times or of things. But I know that I used it to like devastating effect with the Bloodtinge and the bloody mode of the Shikage. Like it was devastating, and it was quite good. But yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff anymore, unfortunately. Like I don't remember if that was exactly how it worked or if I'm just remembering that incorrectly or what. I feel like I can go around this area. Like I can get around these assholes throwing things somehow. Is it over here? Maybe not. Inquisitiveness awaits ahead. Oh yeah. And then through... No. Okay, but you can circle back around down there at the bottom through the cave. That's right. That's one way to circumvent that area, but I don't think you can circumvent the area the first time you go through it. Which way do you go? Do you go up? Oh, I don't know, but it's gonna kill me. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. Me. Yep. Okay, so where is the door? It's all the way over there. So basically you just have to run through there until you can get around to the cave, when you can go to the right, and through the cave is the door that opens. Okay. Okay, I do remember that now. But when you're on your first trip down there, you just have to kind of run through. There's no way to avoid that trap. You just have to push through it and not stop. Oh. How do you avoid it? Where is the pathway? There's a left way to avoid it. Okay. Well, then I'll have to find it. I'll tell you when you reach it. Okay. Ooh. What is over here? No more pebbles. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything over here. You're in the know, right? I don't know what that means in the context of this. Can you jump up this? Is that what it's telling you? Alright, go left, you said. Which way? Is it over here? Okay. Alright, so over here. Do I go down here? Or do I go further left? Go left. Don't want to follow this wall. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Like we'll work it out. The latency is bad, but I can't fix that on my PS4, unfortunately. They're like Oh yeah, I already talked to the person in the house and got the tongue. Okay, it said fear strong foe. Okay, this guy. Okay. Alright, let's see where that guy is. He's right over here somewhere. Okay. Rolling is effective. Okay. Is there anything else up here? Okay. I think this is where we drop down. Okay, jump now. Okay. Okay, so I can't reach that one down there. Okay, cool. Twin bloodstone. Twin bloodstone. Alright, excellent, excellent. Twin bloodstone. Yes, I remember the cannon. And I can use the houses. I can use some of the houses to shield me from the cannon. I can't quite remember which ones. Alright, in there. In here. I believe it's through this way. Directly across. I feel like just straight up now. Hold on, wait to see if he saw me. I don't know if he saw me. There we go. Now I'm going to see if I missed any items. Alright, these guys are super dangerous because of that stupid thing they have. Beast blood pellets again. I feel like the beast blood pellets only become really, really effective if you have some of the beast runes equipped, like the Carol runes called Beast. If you've got one of the really good one of those equipped, the effectiveness of the beast blood pellets is like really, really really amplified, and you get a lot of extra DPS for it. And this is where the snake guys happen, right? That guy's head is... That guy's head's gonna explode into snakes. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to see here. So I'll make sure to try and get it all. Is it drop down? I don't remember anymore. Yes, I do have poison knives. I remember about the beast guy. I don't remember. Oh, hello. I don't remember exactly where I need to fight him, but I know there's a doorway and a hallway that can be used as a choke point to throw poison knives at him to kill him. You can actually do that to one of the chalice bosses too. Like there's a chalice boss that transforms into a big old beast guy like he does, and you can use the poison knives against it as well. You have to run away from it because you're in a big open arena where that you can't. There's no choke points. But you can hit it with like 3 poison knives and take down like a third of its health. Let's equip poison knives. Poison knives. Do 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 do.
Whoa! Blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this, I took you for a monster. Oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Was it you who put down that awful beast? Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots. And then you came along. Well, if you're a hunter, then would you know of any safe havens? Well, I'll be. It's about time I met... Oh, you're giving me hope. Take this. Thank you. I can't very...
Have you got a screw loose?
And now we just wait for him to die. Pretty sure we're safe right here.
Hunters are killers, nothing less. You call me a beast? A beast? What would you know? I didn't ask for this.
Oh, really? 20 poison knives weren't enough. That's crazy. Rancid beasts, every last one of us. Hey-oh. Is that a little boy or a little girl? Oh my god. That's a whole family, it looks like. Except for this woman. I think this woman was in Yarnum. Okay, so that's done. Let's see, where do we... now we just go to the bottom, right? One of these areas leads to an elevator, but I don't think it activates the elevator. Because the elevator's just not active. Yeah. That elevator's down at the end of the woods, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure I'll remember it when I see it, but it's kind of... It's not necessarily out of the way, but if you don't know to look for it, it's kind of easy to miss. Shit. Okay. Oh, it's up here. Right? Yeah, here it is. It's up here. No? What is this? Is this back to the very beginning? It is. Cool. I'm gonna go spend my souls. And, yeah, there's another one further on down the path. That's right. I'm going to spend my souls and level up, and then I'm going to call it a night, because it's about time for me to go to bed. So, I appreciate you hanging out again, Mohammed.
Welcome. Very well.
I hope it's not too painful watching me relearn how to play this game. Yeah, that's what we want.
Farewell, good mate.
I love this build. This build is so much fun.
The healing church and the blood once. God, they worked today. Most, but they have, and so ascend.
Ascend to Odin Chapel. Let's see. I don't have many of the good runes yet. Let's see. Gotta repair our stuff. Okay. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Oh, the new chalice. Let's go ahead and place the new chalice. I'll do a fixed dungeon. Resort our items here. Since I can't use papers with this particular weapon, how much cold blood do I have? Just this one? Anything else? Anything else? Cold blood? Anything else? Let's buy some more bullets. And let's sell let's sell all the shards that we have. And let's see, do we have Chicago is plus let's make sure. I just want to make sure that I don't need the twin shards anymore, because I can sell those too if I don't need them anymore. Don't think I do, but let's make sure. So that takes chunks, and that takes chunks. Oh, I got new blood gems. Let's look at the new blood gems I got. Let's sort by rating. Fire attack. That's a fire blood gemstone, which... Let's see, do any of these add anything? No? Nope. No? Nothing. Okay, what about for this one? Nothing. Let's make sure of that. Let's make sure of that for the Chicago. Any of this any good? So we can sell all this shit, and then I can buy better stuff. We can sell all of this. Except for the chunks. Don't sell the chunks. But yeah, I can sell all of this. I could probably sell all this too, but... Purchase more bullets. Alright. Yeah, I'm done now. Basically all I have to do is go back to the forest and continue. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. I'm sorry anybody who just joined or missed the stream. I stream pretty much every night from midnight to 3 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. I don't know what time zones those are around the world, but midnight to 3 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. And then on Sunday, I stream from about 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. So come hang out if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate you hanging out tonight. So... have a good evening, everybody.